What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Doc Holiday. We back. We are back. It's early. It's early in the day. About to be noon, so y'all already know what's going on. It is the day of reckoning. So I gotta say, can Jackson State women's basketball defeat the mighty UConn Huskies, the 11-time champ UConn Huskies? And I'm gonna be honest with you, game kind of got me, a little bit on edge right now, But let's see if we can make history. Yes, ma'am. How you doing? Jay, what's going on, my brother? Miss Quay, how you doing? Miss Hattie, how you doing this morning? It's about to be 10 minutes before game time. What up? What up? Shut up and buck. What's happening? I'm sorry about the delay, y'all. So, kind of getting everything settled over here. As you see, I'm looking like Franklin Saint off of Snowfall, minus the 1986 haircut with my buttoned up Lacoste shirt on. But I'm getting ready to switch into to go mode in a second. But just let everybody know, I appreciate everybody for rocking with me last night. I didn't know that Timona had her show last night. So I think that was the reason why my numbers for YouTube was down, but my numbers on Twitter was up. So I appreciate everybody that was on Twitter last night, following me about the game. So we're gonna have a good day. My sis Timona is up in Stores, Connecticut. Brother Ken is in Stores also. So hopefully they get some good content. Shout out to my boy Dave from A&T. P&P podcast. I had to shout him out. Shout out his podcast on there. He is going to be at the game also. So we got plenty of representation from HBCUs that is going to be at this game. All right. So before we get into it, I have to put in on the poll. And let me go ahead and get that out the way. All right. So let me get this going on right here. All right, so got a poll in the chat right now. So go ahead and get your votes in right now. What's going on, Mr. Emmett? What's going on? So we got 22 people that's watching right now. Make sure that we get the likes up. Make sure we get subscribers up. We are 19 away from 2,100. It's been kind of slow and tedious with getting subscribers up, but I am very confident and proud in what I've done and what we accomplished this past in the last year and a half. So I appreciate everybody for joining us and everything and making sure that we can get this going. Now if I show this game, this game was not going to be. This game will not. This stream will not be monetized. The stream will not be monetized. So in other words, we got to get this. If you want to see this good content, we got to make sure we get the donations up. So just let everybody know. This stream, if I show that game, this stream will not be monetized. So we got to be able to get the donations up from what I'm about to lose because of this right here. So let's go ahead and get those. Let's go ahead and get the let's go ahead and get the numbers up. Let's go ahead and get the donations up. Before we get to that, let's go ahead and play the commercials. Be right back. It's your boy Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shoutouts on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket. Yo, it's your boy Doc Holiday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts. All right, we are back. So we got 3 minutes left before it is time to get down and downright dirty and nasty. We got it's a lot of games on today, y'all. And my phone is tripping for some reason. But there's a lot of games on today. Right now, the NIT, I'm watching North Texas versus Seton Hall. They are in Teaneck, New Jersey. They are down by 11 in this game right here. UNT is was the NIT champion last year. So, let me put this on mute. So, and while we at it, if you put the score of put your halftime score in the chat, whatever you think it's gonna be. Put your halftime score in the chat. Oh, bro, I got you, bro. I got you. So make sure you want to. If you want me to get this on here, please hit the donation. Please hit the Cash App, the PayPal, and the Zelle. Please, because I gotta make it. I can't monetize this right here, and we gotta make it up, and we gotta make sure we gotta have bills paid on this right here. All right, but whenever it comes up, y'all already know what time it is. It's time to battle. It is time to battle. Yeah. How you doing, Miss Bonnie? How you doing? Just waiting on my end for it to turn off. Uh, so it is on. Appreciate you, Jay.
Packed to the rafters to see their beloved UConn Huskies, Gino Auriemma's team, a 3 seed, the lowest they have been in quite some time, taking on the SWAC champs from Jackson State. Later on today on ESPN2, we'll have Syracuse and Arizona. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game, and ultimately the winner of Duke, Ohio State, takes on the winner from Storrs in the Sweet 16, all the way out.
The boom is in the house.
And we welcome you to Gamble Pamward along with Christy Winters-Scott. And as always, a great atmosphere here. Christy, at the University of Maryland, you went to a Final Four, so you know what March Madness is all about.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter your classification, whether you're a freshman or a senior, you got to be ready for this moment. You've worked hard for this moment, and now it's time to show and prove.
And we get to see a lot of stars in this game, and we can start with the University of Connecticut, two of the very best in the country in Beckers and Edwards.
Well, when you're talking about these two players, it's a 1-2 punch from the inside, from the outside, and everywhere else. Let's start on the interior with Aaliyah Edwards. She's missed the last 2 games with a broken nose. She's averaging 17, 9, and 2 assists per game. She's recently committed to the WBB draft coming up in April. But Paige Beckers, I like to call her PB with the J. You can call her Paige Buckets if you want to, because that's what she does. 21 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. She's also second on the team with 73 steals. She's hungry and ready to compete.
And scoring at a great pace again. AP first team All-American Aaliyah Edwards will be playing for the first time in 2 weeks after breaking her nose in the Big East tournament. Now, taking on a Jackson State team, they're really good in the SWAC. They've really dominated it for the last few years and played a brutal schedule this year in non-conference.
They did, and that has prepared that team for this moment. Coach Reed has them set up because they have won 51 consecutive home games, and look at what they've done in the SWAC this season. They won the regular season title for the past 5 years in a row, won the tournament this year, and propelled them to get here to Storrs to compete at the highest level.
Doing good, Miss Mary. I'm doing good.
The UConn Huskies, Paige Beckers, ready to go. Hope you are too. We'll be right back with the tip.
Some people just know that the best rate for you.
All right, yeah. Let's see what's going on. See if hope nothing is flag on the page. All right, you good. Nah, Whitley, you are correct. You good. You good. You are good. You are good. You are good to go. Let's see. I got All right, so I can't do that. I need to make sure everything. It's still waiting for it to come back on. It's still on commercial, y'all. All right, we are back.
In Portland.
Now, I was afraid of this, y'all. I was afraid. This is one thing I was afraid of. They're not 11-time champions for nothing. They didn't just say, "Oh, we giving them 11 championships." They earned this. They earned those championships right there. So what we got to do out there now, what we got to do out there now is play inside out. Remember, it's too early. It's still the first quarter. But we gotta be able to calm down, hit shots, go inside. Just like my boy Blue, he's on here. Shout out to my boy Blue. He on here. Go inside, hit shots. You gotta make them work. Cause remember, they gotta understand they are still down. They are down to only 8 players. So they have to play that to their advantage. And the only reason why I say that they have 11 championships, they didn't just give it to them; they earned it. They have to you can't play that type. You can't play their style, and it's a strong 8 too, to be exact. It's just like we playing spades. But we back on.
If you have wet AMD, you never want to lose.
So, that's the thing I was saying. We gotta make shots. We gotta limit them. We gotta limit the 3-pointers. Just because we down a lot doesn't mean that we have to start taking ill-advised shots. That is the issue that we have right there. We're taking ill-advised shots, and it seems like we're afraid to just go to the basket. Angel Jackson has two personal fouls right now, so yeah. Paige Becker's got 14. She's the high lady with 14 points and 3 rebounds and assists and a steal and a block. So she's filling up the stat sheet. She's doing a good job of not getting the personal foul, and basically Gino is doing a good job to make sure that she doesn't get into foul trouble. Uh, uh, Aaliyah Edwards, 8 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. She also has a personal foul. Also, so they only went to a 6-person rotation. We are shooting 0 of 10 from 3-point range. We cannot have that. That is terrible, y'all. Of course, like I said, Tilly Bowler Kashana Lucky and Angel Jackson all have 4 points each. Maya Crump and Zakai Mahoney has 2 points each. This is a time where we have to, as far as getting this lead down, getting this cutting down on the deficit, we got to put the ball inside. We got to get the ball inside, y'all. They're not going to lay down for nobody. We got to get that ball inside. But like I said, this stream is not being monetized. All right, so in order for us to recoup the money, anything that's lost from today, donations are extremely important for today's stream. Sorry about that, y'all. Had a phone call. But anyway, before we do, let's go to commercial break, y'all. Be right back.
Yo, it's your boy Doc Holiday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts.
All right, we back. We are back. We are back. So I'm over here trying to texting to see what's going on. But looking at right now, who's this? Indiana and this is on women's. This is on ESPN. Fairfield. Look like Fairfield. So, we got, yeah, y'all don't see that. This is what I seen. That last sequence before the half, you gotta call that moving screen on Aaliyah Edwards. You got to call that. There was no way in the world. There's no way in the world. Gotta call that moving screen. You gotta call that moving screen, y'all. It's 58 on Twitter, 52 on YouTube. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. We are 19. Let me see. Make sure. Be on the safe side. We are 18 away from 2100 as far as total subscribers. So Let's go ahead and get the subscribers up and get the likes up. Also, like I said, this stream is not monetized today. Just let you know. Shout out to Jalen for the $15. Shout out to Miss Bonnie Smith for the $25. We have $40 right now. We gotta make sure we be able to recoup this money for not being monetized today. So all donations are essential for today's stream, y'all. I can't stress enough about that. All donations are essential for today's stream. Okay. But let's get into it. Let's get into these stats right here. 49-28. For Jackson State, Tilly Bowler is the leading scorer for the Tigers at 13 points. He also has 1 rebound, 1 steal, and 1 block. Also with 1 turnover. She only has 1 personal foul right now. Kashana Luckett and Angel Jackson have 4 each. Maya Crumpet and Zakiya Mahoney with 2 each. Adriana Avent with 2. And Haley Breland with 1. So in order for us to get the scoring going, first and foremost, we gotta stop chunking up the threes. You know what I'm saying? Chunking up the threes. We can't chunk these things up. We gotta take this. We gotta take this inside. We gotta bully them. We gotta bully them inside. We gotta take advantage of them not having enough players on the bench. So you got to take it inside. You got to bully them. You got to put them in foul trouble. You got to get them in foul trouble. On the UConn right now, Page with 19 and 4, 19, 4, 3, 1, and 1, and Leah Edwards with 14, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 1 person foul. So, like I said, with what Gino is doing with Paige, she doesn't have a foul. She hasn't had a foul to give. So what he's doing is basically kind of rotating her in and out, because if you lose her, if she gets in foul trouble, you lose her. What is your team like now? Because now you're gonna have to depend on Aaliyah Edwards. Now you're gonna have to depend on the other 3 players that's on the bench right now to get it going. Because if she gets into foul trouble, you want her to get into foul trouble. You know, if you're at Jackson State, if you Coach Reed, you want to get her in foul trouble right now. So, hopefully, Coach goes into the locker room, say what she has to say, and pretty much, go from there. Go from there. So we gotta be able to yeah, and it's similar to an Iowa team. It's just like with Iowa. Caitlin Clark getting in foul trouble. What are they going to be? How are they without Caitlin? Mm-mm-mm. So we got some other scores. Let's see what else we got. Check on this. I'm also in the talks with another sponsor for the show. Arizona and Dayton. They in the second half right now. Arizona is up 45-39. They're up by 6 with 14:27 left in the second half. And this is on the men's side. So that's good for you with since you up that way. And then you got Tennessee and Texas play tonight, Kansas and Gonzaga, Michigan State and North Carolina, Washington State, Iowa State, Oakland of Michigan versus North Carolina State, Duquesne versus Illinois, and Oregon and Creighton. That is tonight. That is today for the second round. Tomorrow is Clemson and Baylor, Marquette, Colorado, Purdue, Utah State, Duke versus James Madison, Alabama and Grand Canyon University, UConn and Northwestern, Texas A&M, Houston, Yale versus San Diego State. So that is the games for tomorrow. So those are the games for tomorrow. You right, Chief. It's still on commercial over there. So let me run this commercial right here and be right back, y'all.
It's your boy Doc Holliday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket.
Ooh, dang. I was trying to finish that out right there. Anyway, let's see what we got going on right now. Let's see what's up now. Still on commercial. Foul trouble for Jackson State is only Maya Crump. She has 3 fouls already in the first half, so she sat out the rest of the first half. So basically, Harvest Assembly, thank you for the $25 donation. Appreciate you. All right, so we got other games on right now. NIT, no HBCUs in that. That's right. CBI, Arkansas, and Arkansas State Bethune Cookman right now. If you watch that, that is on Cat Eye Network on YouTube. Bethune Cookman is hanging in there. They are only down by 4 to Arkansas State. They got 18 minutes left in the second half. I like to see what's going to happen with this one right here. And then also Delaware State is taking on Seattle University. That is at 4:30 today. That is the first round matchup. Also, and that game is I think this game is in Delaware. It's um this game is in Daytona Beach. So yeah, this game is in Daytona Beach. See what else we got going on. All right, so we're back. Mm. Yeah. Let's see who would have took that 12 seed. Who's the 12 seed? Hmm. I'm trying to see who's the 12 seed. Would we want to play, if we was the 12 seed, would we want to play Baylor and Waco? I'm just be honest with you. I don't think it's just Mr. Emmett. I just don't think it's scheduling Power Five or just even scheduling any type of a non-conference game. You got to win them. You got to win them. Hey, Brianna. So, see what's up.
Edwards, great comeback after breaking her nose. Terrific season. Congratulations to all the Tigers of Jackson State on a fantastic year. We have Syracuse and Arizona coming up next on
All right.
ESPN for Christy Winter-Scott and our entire ABC crew. I'm Pam Ward. We'll see you soon on ESPN.
All right. Oh, man. That was a tough loss right there. That was a tough loss, y'all. I know one thing. There's some things that we got to work on. There's some things that we gotta have to do first when we get back to Mississippi. But before we do that, we talk about that. Let me go ahead and do a commercial break for us. I'll be right back.
It's your boy Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket.
All right, we back. So, like I said, there are some things that we're going to have to work on, but let's get into these stats right here. All right, let's get into these stats right here. So on Jackson's for first of all, I'm trying to figure out what they did with the stats. There we go. So for Jackson State, high score today was Talon Bowler, 25 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal and 1 block. Second on the list, second high score was Angel Jackson with 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Adriana Avent coming off the bench with 9 points, and most of those was at the free throw line, and she did hit 1 3 in this game. Maya Crump, who fouled out in this game, 6 points and 4 rebounds and 1 assist. I was on the fence of putting it away between Maya and Tilly to guard Paige Beckers, because that's you in a way you're taking away from Maya Crump's ability to be a playmaker on the offensive end. So I would say this. I would say this. It was one hell of a season for Jackson State women's. One hell of a season. One hell of a ride this year, y'all. For UConn, 3 players scored 20 points. Led by Paige Beckers, 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. Aaliyah Edwards, 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And Ashlyn Shade, who's a freshman, 26, 6, and 1. They played everybody on their bench. They played all 3 on the bench. So EA, listen. I'm gonna say this right here. You my guy. You the man, 100 grand. But do you think this game shows Coach Reed if she wants to compete, she has to lead the SWAC? No. Why lead the SWAC where you the boss hog, just like in the Big East? In the Big East, UConn is boss hog, just like in the SEC. in the SEC. It's between LSU and South Carolina. They the big bosses. Like different teams that have been consistent in their league for years and years and years. They look at the coaches. Those coaches are not leaving. Those coaches are not leaving whatsoever. I'm not saying nothing bad about it. I'm just saying those coaches are not leaving. Dawn Staley been at South Carolina since 2008. She been there 16 years. She brought that program from the grave and brought them up to national championship prominence. Kim Mulkey been a national championship coach at Baylor, and she made it to LSU as a natty coach. We already know. We heard about Geno. Geno got 11 of them things. He built that program from scratch, and I can't sit here and say that in order for her to elevate her game, she has to lead the SWAC. No. That's where we get to the point. We get like, well, we can't compete here. We compete here. It's easy for us over here, but we got to be able. We can compete somewhere else. Now, if she wants a challenge, I would say that's a challenge. But for her to uproot herself, her son, because you got to think about all these parameters and variables. Like these girls are are an extension of her. They are her kids right here. And the way we have it with the school is indicative of like she has a system. They put a system in place for her. So that's what I'm saying. She don't have to leave. We just got to get better. I know this is the things that she's going to look at. Angel Jackson's going to leave. She's gone. All right. Maya Crump is gone. Talon Bowler is gone. I don't know about Adriana Avant, but you got 4 of those players right there that score at least 10 points this season. A game this season are gone. So now you got to replace the 2-time SWAC Defensive Player of the Year. You got to replace your SWAC, your MVP of the SWAC tournament this season. You got to replace 2 of your mainstays who has been with the program. And I forgot, Kashana Luckett is another one. And you got to replace her because she's been in the program for 5 years. So you go out there. So we got to go. So what you got to do is you got to go out there. You got to get rebounded. You got to get shooters. Those are the 2 things that what we saw in this game right here was indicative of what we did not see. We were 3 6 of 27 from 3-point range. Talon Bowler was 5 of 12 from 3. So I'm not sitting here and saying that she has to lead. I'm not going to do that. But I will say this. She has a plan. She knows what she's doing. And she just had to go with what she has. This was a season for first, y'all. This lady has been at the school for 6 years, y'all. She's been at the school for 6 years. And those 6 years, she done won the SWAC regular season championship 5 of them years. She done won the SWAC tournament title 3 times in 3 of them years. I think 4. She has taken her team to either an NCAA tournament or the NIT. This lady in conference play, y'all, since she's been the head coach of Jackson State, she has only lost 4 games in conference play. That woman is 81-4 in conference play. She has over 100 wins on her record. Like you can't, it don't get no better. And if she does leave, who's going to follow that? And 3-time coach of the year. Who's going to follow that? If she decides to leave, who's going to follow that? That is some big shoes, some red bottom heels to fill. Cause ain't no way you get somebody else come up in there and do exactly what she has been doing for the last 6 years. All right, let me see this. Who is this right here? This was embarrassing. You can't look this bad on national TV when it counts. This is why the SWAC is overlooked and talked about like high school sports. Sir, first of all, what school do you represent? What institution do you represent? Because last time I checked, if you got a school, if you go to a school that's not on, you can say national television, that's not on ABC, that's not on ESPN, that's not even on CBS, whatever, True TV, whatever. You have no right to say what you just said right here. You have no right to say something like this. The SWAC is never overlooked. We don't have players come out of this league and made names for themselves, men and women. Look at what happened with Grambling yesterday on the men's side. They stuck with Purdue in the first half. And if you don't chuck that big white dude down, because that was all they was going through him. What do you have after that? Nothing. That was not embarrassing. Because right now, this statement right here is some clown shit for you. All you need is a red nose and some damn makeup. Norfolk women did good yesterday. They hung up in there with Stanford. So again, all you missing is, sir, is a big ass red nose and some makeup. So, but you can't tell me, you can't tell me. And then if you want to come on here, we can go at it. You want to come on here, we can go at it. Cause I'll give you some facts for your ass, bro. And this is the representation. If you in the SWAC, you was a bad representation for our conference, y'all. You is a bad not nobody else. You is a bad representation for our conference. I ain't got time for that right there. I'm just saying. All you need is some clown nose. That's clown type behavior right there. That's crabs in a barrel type behavior. Talk. I don't even want to hear that, man. I don't even want to hear that. Tell me if your name ain't Don Staley or Gino or even Moki, who is the next best coach in the country right now? Who was the next best hottest team in the country that is not named South Carolina? I'll wait. I'll wait. For you, knowledge, the OG, whatever you can call yourself, because you lack the knowledge and you sure ain't an OG, bro. It's Jackson State. Whatever you call it, you said that was an embarrassment on national TV. Jackson State was the second hottest team in the country with 21 straight before entering into the tournament. That's why I said that's why I said earlier. If this game was on a neutral site, and I know Blue just told me he's like they was on neutral sites before and they weren't generating no money and they went back to playing the top 16 teams, get home court advantage and stuff like that. But if this game was on a neutral site, the game would be totally different than what you just saw. Angel was top 10 in the nation in blocks. She was our defensive two-time defensive player of the year. So I'm just saying. Again, like I said, this stream is not monetized. So right now I am asking for a donation to make sure that this stream stay. We recoup the money from this stream right here. You can hit the donation at PayPal, David Smith 1925. You can hit the Zelle, David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. And then also hit the Cash App, HBCU Overdrive. Make sure we get these donations in because we got to make sure we get this money back to where we can pay, we can keep this thing going right here. And if you don't want it, you can always get, like I said, you can always give $5, 10, 20. It doesn't matter. As long as we get to the point where we get this thing back, we get all the money back from losing what we didn't get from monetizing it. But other than that, y'all, I'm thinking that I think Tamona's gonna go live later on today. I think Ken's gonna go live later on tonight. But I appreciate everybody for joining me today for the stream. I said I wasn't gonna show it because I don't want to get flagged again, but I'm not gonna hit the monetization button on that. But if you can, make sure let's get the donations in. Make sure we get the subscribers in. We have watching today. We had 89 on Twitter and 64 on YouTube that's watching today. Appreciate everybody for doing that. One last commercial before we roll up out of here from my sponsor. Be right back.
Yo, it's your boy Doc Holiday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts.
All right, I appreciate everybody for rocking with us for basketball season, men and women in the SWAC, especially Jackson State. That's the alma mater. Before we roll up out of here, I got to play. Let me. And yes. Yep. So gonna leave up out of here with some Kill Bill. We get that. And like I said before, when I started this stream up today, this show was dedicated to a dear friend of ours on the show, dear friend to all the Tiger fans, even though he is a rattler. He was a rattler. This show was dedicated to our boy Shaka Perkins. Man, he lost. He don't know what was, but he did pass away earlier this week. And my condolences go out to him, to his family. If he had kids, to go out towards his kids. So, one more, I'm gonna give him a tribute as far as, you know, as him being a rattler. He was orange and green through and through. And so my man is 100 grand. So, like I said, this for my man right here, Shaka. Rest in peace, bro.
are still the same. If you order my steps, order my steps, order my steps, I'll praise your name. Order my steps in your word. Order my tongue in your word. Guide my beating. Wash my heart, yeah, in your word, in your word. Oh Lord, I need you to order my steps, Lord. I need you to show me which way to go. Lord, which way do I turn? In your
One last one, and then we roll up out of here. Well, my eyes are red, my eyes are watering. I had a moment. This all HBCU love right here. We can hate each other on the football field, basketball court, whatever. But when one of us go down, one of us get attacked, we come together like Voltron. We like the Avengers. So. But other than that, y'all, man, I appreciate everybody for joining me. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I appreciate everybody for rocking with us for this basketball season. And also, we got spring practice. Spring game will be coming up in another 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. It will be coming after Easter. So make sure. If you are in Jackson, go to the spring game. That game is April the 6th. Any other games that got going on as far as spring games going on, go check them out. Go support the schools. And also, transfer portal for football, again, will open up in April. All right. Shout out to my guy, Coach Chris Wright with Langston. I think they are in the Elite Eight, if I'm not mistaken. So let me check on them because I had totally forgot about Langston. Um, yeah, Arkansas State beat Bethune-Cookman by 1 point, uh, 86-85. Ooh, that was a good game to be exact. Oh, let me check NAIA results. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out. NAIA Hoop report. So Langston, they play at 5 o'clock today. So in a couple of hours, they play at 5 o'clock. So Indiana Wesleyan in the quarterfinals at 5 p.m. That game is on the NAIA channel. I can tune in for that. I can uh, do that. Where's the press conference at? Um, it's on YouTube. All right. I don't see anything. I don't see anything right now. But let me get on up March Madness. All right.
conference just by being born a certain way, they get rewarded. And teams that are trying to really, really work really hard to build this competitive schedule don't get enough rewards. And maybe this is a start of it. 14. It's not great, but I wonder how they would have done if they didn't have to play us here in front of this environment against the kind of team that we have right now. Maybe next year we'll find out.
Time for one more. All right, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Coach Gino feeling every bit of 70 years old with that grunt. So he basically said what I caught, that there were teams that were almost damn near mediocre, but they get a high seed, whereas a team like us, like Jackson State, steamrolled through the whole conference, won the regular season and the conference tournament, and we get awarded a 14 seed and to play them in stores. So he wasn't saying anything as bad as what, like, I don't think he was saying, like, well, they deserve to come up here. No, he was saying, like, the NCAA needs to kind of fix what's going on, because at the end of the day, I don't think we deserve to be a 14 seed. I want us to be a 13 seed or a 12 seed. I mean, you were a 12 seed. We was a 12 seed. We'd have played Baylor. That would have been a closer game for us to go to. Or somewhere that's within reach for our fans to get to. Because that is a long way to get up to Stores, Connecticut, man. The furthest I've been East Coast is Virginia. I ain't never been up that way like that.
The format will be open
All right,
statement for
Coach Reed is up.
Then we'll move on to questions for the student athletes. Oh, they threw a ball at me. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Coach, we'll let you make an opening statement.
Great game, I thought, with UConn. They did a great job. Really proud of our players who done a really good job coming in. I thought we had a really good game plan, but we let the first quarter kind of get out of hand. Being in this environment, tough environment, obviously having UConn having the home court advantage, and I thought our players had jitters in that first quarter trying to get after it. But overall, I asked the players to contest every shot. I asked them to slow the ball down from being rotated side to side. The game plan was to run multiple defenses at UConn and just kind of mix them up a little bit. We really wanted a different outcome, wanted our players to be more competitive, but overall, I thought that, we did a great job, and I'm just really proud to be able to continue to play in the first round against a really good UConn.
Questions for the student athletes? Up front, Pat.
For both of you, can you just talk about that first quarter, and they went on a 17-0 run, and you guys were kind of never able really to recover from that. What were they doing was he doing anything that surprised you? Was Paige better than you thought? I mean, obviously you knew she was going to be good, but were they better than you thought they were going to be, or what happened there in the first quarter?
I feel like it was all on us. We, like Coach Reed said, we did come out with some jitters. We expected UConn to play that way, so it was mainly just how we played, how we came out for the first half. It just wasn't Jackson State basketball, but I'm glad we did pick it up at the end.
I would say that The first quarter jitters were definitely on us. They just took advantage and made the shots. If we would have defended better and locked in more, then I think it would have been a better outcome.
Questions for the student athletes? Right here on the right.
The next, can you two just talk about the support from your fans and the pep band who traveled, halfway across the country to come and support you in a room full of a lot of UConn fans?
I love my HBCU. I love my fans. I love the band. That was really sweet of them. We were excited when we loaded up, and it made us feel at home that we had to bring some home to Connecticut.
It was amazing seeing our fans in the stands. Just knowing that they came out here to support us means so much to us. We feed off of their energy. They feed off of our energy. So I want to just give a shout out to everybody that came out. And we love the boom. We love the boom.
Right here on the left on the aisle.
She Loves the Podcast, Timona. I wanted to ask this question to Bowler. Played a light game, you had 25 points. Can you talk a little bit about your adjustments from the first half to the second half where you picked it up?
I would say that I was just being relentless because at one point I wasn't even looking at the score. I was just like chipping away, trying to get, back into the game. Like I didn't see a person in front of me at a point. Like I just saw rim. So I was like, okay. In the first quarter, I kind of was a little jittery. I admit that, but I kind of let it go. Like the second media timeout, that's when I knew like, oh, I'm in this moment. I'm just as good as them. So that's when I started playing like it.
Question here on the right.
My question is for Angel. Angel, so I asked Coach REM about your play. He mentioned you in terms of how you were able to help the team today. What do you take away from this experience?
It was a great experience just playing on this stage. This is my first March Madness, so it felt amazing. I want to say thank you to Coach Gino. It really was the best thing. So I'm glad I did get to play on this stage and show off for my team. And although we did come up short, I'm glad of how we performed.
Second row on the right here.
Angel, I saw a look of pride on your face when your teammates started talking about herself. Can you just talk about her performance and how excited you were to see her accomplish that?
If you guys don't know, this is my bestie. I'm so proud of her. I met Tilly last year. She's been outstanding, phenomenal for us. She always knows how to get the ball in, but she knows how to create her shots. So I just love the way she played and glad that she did come out because that's what got us going today. She played so hard, and we had to follow behind her, and we stepped it up with her.
We'll go up front to Pat.
For both of you, social media blew up just a little bit. I know you gave up 2 points on the play, but can you guys talk about Maya's athleticism and getting up there and getting a goaltend call in the women's game and just what you guys showed in terms of athleticism and what you can do out there?
She does that every practice. She do that every practice, literally. Like no matter if she's the only one running, she's gonna be determined to get that ball and tap it. She do it every day. So I was really shocked that she did it. Like it was like I was shocked, but I wasn't, because she did it every day. If you go back into our game, our SWAC game, she does it every time she goes on fast break. Every time.
She just have a relentless effort. She's going to chase down them balls every time. So I know once that ball go up, Maya Crump is going to be at the rim. She's going to meet you at the rim. She's fearful. She's an amazing player.
Yeah, she's not afraid to jump with anybody.
No.
Like nobody. She's
Not
not
even
afraid.
me.
She's not afraid. She's gonna jump with you. She don't matter how tall you is. She's gonna jump with you.
Question here on the left.
Question for Angel Jackson. You're being the defensive player of the year in the SWAC. Can you talk a little bit about the defense that you displayed today, the blocks and blocking people out and going against Aaliyah Edwards, how you prepared yourself, whether it was watching film?
Yeah, I did prepare myself by watching film, just not really coming in thinking that, oh, they're going to give it to me. Just making sure I check off all my assignments. My defense was a little slow at first today, but I feel like I did pick it up as the game went on. So it was a great matchup. I did have to, struggle with some fouls a little early, but I feel like second half was a better defensive half.
We'll take a question from Zoom. Rob, go ahead.
Hey, ladies. This is Rob Knox from the Next. Obviously, great season, and for you all. Congrats on everything you all have accomplished. What will you both remember most about this year? Maybe not just from a basketball standpoint. Obviously, you all done a lot of winning, and that's been documented and so much. But what is something you're gonna remember most about this season that maybe we don't know? That's something behind the scenes, something unique to Jackson State.
I say I remember our boot camp in preseason. That's the hardest time of our lives. We have to really get out there for a week straight, waking up 6 a.m. in the morning. We were rolling in dirt. We were in mud. It was like a real Army boot camp. So I would say that made us stronger, and it prepared us for this moment because we knew not to back down. We knew that we had to fight for what we wanted, and we had to just stay level-headed the whole game, the whole season. And I'll never take that away from my experience here at Jackson State.
I would say boot camp as well because boot camp for Jackson State is an understatement. It's really an understatement. Like the getting up early every day and then class, and then you got to go to treatment, then you got to find food in your body. Like that's a mental process. So I carried that on. The team carried that on, and we knew that like there was no stopping us after that because the boot camp, it was tough. It was real tough. But it was fun though. It was fun though because it's like teamwork. Like, like we was picking each other up, rolling through the mud, flipping tires, we was racing. So, yeah.
We have time for one more for the student athletes. All right, ladies, thank you very much. And
Thank you.
Questions for Coach? We'll go right up front to Pat.
Coach, obviously you'll get to see and read the comments later, but Coach Oriema went on for at length about you and your program and your league and the respect that you guys deserve, especially after what you did this season. So can you talk a little bit about representing your league and what you think your team did this season?
I really appreciate Coach for those wonderful words that he said. I get a chance to read it or see it later. But for me at Jackson State, I not only wanted to put our university on the map, I wanted to put HBCUs on the map. We have such a special community that a lot of people overlook. We have a community that's not built on wins and losses, but built on family and love. And, I just want to be a great representation for that. When I came to Jackson State, I wanted to build a team that could be dominant in our conference, but also a team that could be competitive outside of the conference versus Power 5 institutions. And so I'm an advocate for HBCUs. I'm an advocate for our representation, our proper representation. And, I commend our coaches when they do a good job, when they win big games, because when they do well, it makes the entire conference look good. It makes all HBCUs look good when they do a good job. Grambling did a good job in beating a Power 5. Southern did a great job in beating the top Power 5. Arkansas Pine Bluff did a great job in beating the Power 5. We had some really good basketball. And that's what it's all about. And, we want the best representation to come to the NCAA tournament so that we can bring an awareness to what we do, an awareness to who we are, an awareness to our community, and continue to hope that we can continue to grow the greatness within it.
Questions? Right here on the right.
Natalie Hovren with the Next. Can you just talk about either a moment you're most proud of your team this season or the growth that you've seen over the course of the season?
I'm really proud of our players for being determined to go back out and be successful this year. We were on a 43-win streak last year when we got our first loss, and our players took that to heart. We also lost in the tournament last year, and our players didn't take that too well. This team coming in this year were extremely tough, mentally tough, and they were resilient. Going 21-0 was not easy by any measure. If it was easy, it doesn't matter the level. If it was easy, it would be done more across the country. And so I'm just really proud of our players for being able to be resilient through tough times. People see the record, but they don't know what we've gone through to get to where we are and to get to what we was able to do this year. And so this is a really special team. We had to lock out a lot of noise. We had to lock in and be focused on our vision. We had several distractions this year, but this team stayed the course. Hats off to my staff as well. We don't have a good team. We don't have a solid team. We don't have a mentally tough team without a great staff and a great athletic director and great administrators. So I'm just really proud of the team for being able to play with a target on our backs. Every game we played was a championship game. When teams made their runs, the fans cheered like it was a championship game, and we had to push through that. And so I'm just really proud of our players and the effort that they gave this year. Really special team.
We'll go back to Zoom. Rob, what's your question?
Hey, Coach. It's Rob again. Again, obviously, phenomenal job with everything this year. My question to you is kind of along the lines of how you opened here with just the respect. Obviously, Coach Vickers at Norfolk State. Last year, Dawn Sterling walked into his locker room last year and, said, hey, you guys should have been 16 seed. Tara Vanderveer had some great things to say about Norfolk State last night, and obviously Gino today. As coaches, especially at this level, how important is it when coaches like that stature are using their platform to support the work that you're doing and making sure that it's also amplified beyond just the media?
It's really important, and I'm extremely thankful that coaches are recognizing what we are able to do at this level. A lot of times it's not taken serious. A lot of times it's overlooked. But what we do, we're doing the same thing with less. We're getting our players prepared to play at this level with a lot less than what these bigger schools have. And to have these coaches could call that moment out is a really good feeling. I'm extremely thankful for what the NCAA has done in terms of the rules that have been changed for our game to be more competitive and for our game collectively to be more respected. Our numbers grew last year in the NCAA tournament because our players brought a lot of excitement to the floor. Women's basketball is what I'm talking about. A lot of excitement to the floor. The game is growing. We have pioneers like Coach Staley, Coach Gino, and giving these great words about our coaches. But the game does not grow if all Division I levels doesn't grow. If the HBC, if the lower levels don't grow, the game doesn't grow. And so we need coaches to continue to talk great things about us. We need to continue to build this level so that the game of basketball, women's basketball, can continue to grow. I would love to see this tournament go to a neutral site like men's basketball. We'll have a better chance. Teams coming in at the 16 seed, teams coming in at 15 and 14 have a better chance to compete and not have those jitters, to be on an even playing field. So I would love to see the game continue to grow to that. But overall, it's all about growing the game of women's basketball. And having those big-time coaches talk about us is phenomenal. It's outstanding and much appreciated.
Question here on the right.
Coach, my question kind of goes along with the comments you just made. Have you had the chance, I know you didn't get the outcome you wanted today, but have you had the chance to think about what you truly brought to the game of women's college basketball and where it's going?
I haven't really had a chance to really do that type of evaluation. But I do know that, I'm really proud that Jackson State University has made national attention. I'm really proud of the respect that people have for our program. I'm thankful, and I just think collectively we are growing. You have, the NCAA has put so many HBCU coaches and athletic directors and on the NCAA committees. That's huge. I've been selected to be on the committee. Our voices are being heard. That's big. And so I'm just extremely proud to be a vessel. That's all I want to do is to be a vessel and continue to grow the game. And I'm just really thankful for the space that has been provided, the good Lord has provided for us, and we want to continue to grow the game.
Question here on the left.
Timona Stapleton, She Loves the Podcast. Coach, you've had an amazing season, undefeated in the SWAC, and your motto is knock down walls. Do you feel like your season, you're out of conference where you were playing some of the bigger schools, you had a net ranking of 100. Do you feel like you are getting closer and closer to knocking down those walls, not just for Jackson State, but those HBCUs that you were previously speaking of?
The ending of your statement is really important to me. The fight that I like to have for our university and for our conference and for the HBCU community is ongoing. If we're not knocking down walls, the walls are being knocked down in other areas and by other schools in the HBCU sports. And so I'm extremely thankful for that. People have come together and just respect. That's all. We want the same opportunity that everybody else has, and we have made a lot of noise in that area. And for us, I think we've taken steps forward. We've gone back. That's the game of basketball. That happens. In regards to being undefeated in the conference, very proud of that. But I don't coach to win the SWAC. I coach to win out of the conference. I coach to win the NCAA tournament. I coach to win preseason games against big schools. I coach to be in a top 25 AP poll.
Preach.
Why not? Why not Jackson State? So that's why I coach. And you have a lot of coaches who are now saying, it does not matter where I am. This is what I want to accomplish. And that, to me, is knocking down walls.
Coach, thank you so much, and congrats on a great season.
Thank you.
So y'all see the queen. I thought I was gonna get off on this thing for a while. I mean, earlier, about 20 minutes ago, but huge shout out, like I said, huge shout out to those girls. Huge shout out to Coach Reed. And she said what she said. I ain't here to just be invited to the party. I want to crash the party. She coached to coach out of conference games, to coach the SWAC, to coach in conference, to coach for NCAA tournament, to coach for conference tournament. She's in it for the long haul. That's why we need to make sure that she is well compensated on the back end. All right. She is most definitely coming back. For everybody, all these naysayers that have been on Twitter, that's been asking me, that's been asking all of us, your coach gonna be gone? Is she going to another program? She going to a Power 5 program? What she just told y'all in that in that interview, post-game press conference, she gonna be back. And I already figured, she got A.D. Robinson. They locked at the hip, like for real. They locked at the hip. So it's time for her. She gonna get well compensated. All that she has done for the school, all that she's done for the team, for the community of Jackson, she's gonna be well compensated. And like I said, with Coach Gino, what he said, he stood on 10 toes. And that's one thing Coach Gino, he not that I learned from watching women's college basketball in the last 30 years. When he say something, like, he really means it. So he really meant that Jackson State wasn't supposed to be playing as a 14 seed against them. He wanted to see they should have been a higher seed. Also, the game should not even be in stores. This what I'm saying is it's time to get back to neutral sites. But then again, make sure y'all hit the code. Y'all make sure y'all hit the Cash App up right now. I gave y'all press conference. I gave you the game. You know, I gave you everything up here for today. Hey, it's time to. I need to be fairly compensated, but I need to be. I need to be fairly compensated. But what players are coming back? I don't know. I had to do a deep dive in that. Oh Lord, come on, Uncle Sid, name them. I mean, we got time today. And with our HBCUs, we not done. We not done by a long shot. We're not done by a long shot. So make sure you hit up the donation. Make sure you hit the Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle, so we get this get the money regenerated from being non-monetized today. So we are not. Uncle said, text me. Text me. So, other than that, y'all, I am boy Doc Holiday. This has been HBCU Tonight Tournament Special. Make sure that you like the stream. Make sure you comment, share, most of all, subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you hit the donation button to get to make sure that we continue blazing new trails with this stream, with this podcast, with this show. And the only thing we can do is go up from here. Other than that, Miss Mary, I appreciate you. Miss Mary, one of the ones right there. Just like my boy First Letter, she one of the ones. So she gonna be 10 toes down. Like Eric, she gonna be 10 toes down all the time. Miss Mary is a rattler, but she gonna be 10 toes down all the time. Love you, Miss Mary. But anyway, Lord. So she represented it. I mean, Coach Reed represent. Shout out to our men's coach, Coach Mo Williams. He represented this season. Shout out to our spring sports right now. So now we're going to the baseball. Spring football is still going underway. We got the spring game coming up next month on April the 6th. Transfer portal for football opens back up April the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll be headed into summer practice and then into fall practice. The next thing on our agenda is SWAC Media Day in Birmingham again. So I should be getting that link to do the sign up for Media Day again within either this month or next month, and we're gonna try to get us down there. How you doing, Mr. Haynes? Jess, you did real good. Yes, we did. Norfolk State did real good to represent the MEAC. So, like I said, appreciate them for doing that. We got HBCU basketball still coming up. You got A&M, you got Alabama A&M and Norfolk State men coming up today, if I'm not mistaken, either today or tomorrow or Monday. You have Langston in the Division II, the NAIA playoffs. So they are in the quarterfinal right now. That game comes on at 5 o'clock. You can see it online on YouTube Live. Got Grambling women play Louisiana Monroe on Monday in Monroe. So if you were in Monroe, if you were in Northeast Louisiana, make sure y'all go check that game out. Check it out. Go cheer on the Lady Tigers the from Grambling. Like I said, like our boy Aubrey used to say, this shit don't stop. And it ain't gonna stop. We're gonna keep it going. But again, as always, this is your boy Doc Holliday. Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. Stay dangerous. Hug your loved ones. Again, rest in paradise to my boy Shaka. Until next time, peace.